Yo, what's up everybody, and welcome back to a new video. I'm addressing the title because I know what I'm titling this video already, and the change is that I'm not selling it. So please don't go in the comments because you've assumed that I've said I'm selling it, because I put it's time for a change in the video. I also want to address the noise that's probably gonna be in this video too. I'm filming it off of my Canon and this. Unfortunately, it's very grim weather today and I have to have my window wipers on. I did try and find a microphone that I could use with a GoPro that would be here, but I can't. It's impossible. I'll try and make it work as best I can without the microphone noise. But I'm on a very, very short time restraint to get this video done today, and I want to show you some stuff later. So let's go. Try this, even though this weather and the rain is terrible. I wanted to kind of just talk for a minute about this car because I've owned this thing coming up to 3 years. It was actually December 3 years ago I went and bought it, but it was January that I picked it up. So I'm in my 3rd year of ownership with it almost. It's only been the last year or so since I actually started even doing anything to it. So I had the exhaust done last year, mod stock 2.25 back box, that I may have to buy another one soon if I ever want to take this on track, because it is a bit loud. I do need to do a decibel check first, because if this will get on track legally, then that's sick, but if it won't, then so be it. Obviously the second thing we did to the car, we took it up to Evolve, which there is a video on right now, which you can go and have a look at. It's really cool. I really like that video too. It was a really good video for me. That day was excellent. I really like those guys there. I think they're probably the best in the business, or at least up there. I love it. I love Evolve. I think they're amazing. I wanted to kind of address some stuff though after the last few years of ownership, because I think when you get to this point of owning a car, you really do start noticing the stuff that you hate, or the stuff that's been repetitive that you're like, oh my god, why is this happening again? Number one, the cost of batteries for these is absolutely astronomical, and I don't know why. I can't work it out why. I don't understand. It doesn't make any sense. It's over £400 I think for a battery for one of these from BMW. Okay, so if you don't want to buy a non-BMW one, I'm sure there are a lot cheaper options out there, but I'm just going off of BMW costs. It's ridiculous. Second thing I absolutely hate is that I bought one without the Harman Kardon speaker system in it. The sound system in this car is absolutely junk, and I understand a few of you out there may buy one of these at some point to track it and I don't care about the sound system, man. Don't care about the sound system, man. I'm a driver, bro. I don't drive the radio on. Well, I'll tell you what, when you're on a road trip and you are sat on, let's say, the M25 for an hour and 15 minutes, a bit of music or a radio station doesn't go amiss. And the sound system in this is poor. We can have this all the way up and I can still talk to my passenger. And I just think that's really poor for what would have been a premium car, that you have to pay extra for the sound system. I feel that should just be something that is just built into these, but it is what it is. The biggest, worst thing about this whole car though is the brakes. I upgraded these brake discs, and let me see if I can show you this. Hang on. Oh no, it's not going to do it until they're a little bit warmer. But once these are warm, the vibration I get through the brakes is unbearable. I was going to show you because on that camera you can see the wheel. The wheel shakes, and it is, oh, it's awful. Some of these things need to be addressed. I'm not worrying about the sound system for now because at least it has music. It's not the end of the world, and right now we haven't done many road trips. I managed to get one in this year, but we didn't film it. We're going to be doing road trips as soon as we can get time, basically. The car tomorrow is going for some work, and I'm very, very excited. And this work being done will be huge upgrades, and I can't wait to show you them. And I'm going to show you them in this video. We're going to go back to my house after I've done this little run. I have to go to the warehouse, so been working from home today. Heading up to the warehouse now, well, via the office, because we've got to get some stuff done and out today. Very, very good things are happening, and I feel really positive. And the reaction to the latest videos on the channel, especially the feature videos, because they're not like everybody else's. That's what I'm trying to pride myself on. I'm doing something slightly different to everybody else, and I really, really hope that comes across in the videos. And I've got some incredible cars and incredible guests lined up too. They're almost like mini podcasts, aren't they? I think they're really fun, and I love doing those, and I love seeing the reactions to them. So that's so cool for me, and I'm so glad the channel's getting the reaction that I've always kind of wanted it to have. And yeah, next year I'm just so relieved that this virus thing is slowly finding measures to which we can get out of it. And you know, I don't want to have a discussion about whether you're going to have a vaccine or not. I will be having one. Off topic, back on this, I've got some modifications and I'm going to show you them now, but I've also got some other little plans for this, and I need to buy them. And next year I want to get this isn't going to be crazy. Next year I don't want to blow all my money on cars, but if we're making the money I definitely want to treat this to a few more things. We're going to get seats, some carbon bits, different wheel, and some wheels for the car. But if you go look at M car taxes for stuff, it makes it very expensive, and unfortunately all of the wheel manufacturers I want to put on this are only really making wheels for the FK8 Civic in the 5x120 size now, which is so annoying because their offset is so whack. But yeah, we've got some stuff to do on this. I wanted to do some clips and stuff today, and there's just, the weather is terrible, so you're just gonna have to like pretend that I've done some outside clips. Hang on. It's still so much fun. Anyway, I'm gonna quickly get all this done. We're giving it a run out today in the rain. Not overly stoked about that, but yeah, we've got massive changes happening tomorrow, guys. I will be taking you with me. We're going up to OMW Tuning, so gotta make sure you show them some love. I'm sure they're gonna be posting some stuff on their Instagram as well when we're doing it. It's going to be fantastic. I'm very, very excited, and yeah, wow. I'm just in a good place right now, and I want to take you guys along with me, especially if you're suffering in any way. I want these videos to be a little outlet for you. Come and just have fun with me. So, let's do it. So, let's start with the smaller stuff first, right? Because, you know, smaller stuff, no one gives a shit about this stuff. So, basically, got here, BMX wheel accessories. What's in the box? What's in the box? We've got 12mm and 15mm spacers, and I wanted to space these wheels out a bit because I still cannot find a set of wheels that I like for this, and they're in the right fitment and the colour and all that. I am being really finicky with this car because it was always like a dream car for me. It wasn't just like the S15 where I was just like, right, I want a cool drift car. What's a good drift car? What goes sideways good? What's got a lot of mod options? What can we do? The BMW, I've got the image in my head what I want it to look like. It's just locating these set of wheels is impossible. And with obviously the engine I've just bought for the Sylvia, which if you missed that video, check it out up there. Hit subscribe as well while you're here. Yeah, so I want to keep these. Oh yeah, Finn, why do you have to clean yourself every time we're on camera, bruh? I showered you yesterday, geez. You had a shower yesterday, geezer. Oh, good boy. Someone called you fat in the last video. I know I called you fat, but I'm allowed. I'm allowed to call you fat. They're not allowed to call you fat. They call you fat, fucking not me. So yeah, I thought we'd just run the OEM wheels, and also I've only recently covered about 2,000 miles on them. A set of Michelin Pilot Sport 4S tyres. There were about 880 quid for that thing. Like, wow, that was expensive. Anyway, so yeah, and we've also got like the extended studs and everything to get those on and with the wheels, so hopefully it will improve the stance of the car as it currently sits on the 19s. I do quite like how it looks, I'm not gonna lie, I do like it. I am praying these fit behind these wheels, but the spacers should help anyway. But next up, I'm gonna tease you a little bit more. We have these, which are the Milway Motorsport top mounts, which you'll see what these are going on in a minute, but as these are the slightly cheaper thing out of everything here, I'm gonna go that way. Sorry, got the bolts for the wheel spacers there, and the lock is there, that's what they are, sorry. Are absolutely incredible. Now, Teg Boy, James at Northampton Motorsport recommended me these, and he said that these are the top mounts I want to get. Now, I'll be honest, I don't even know if I need these. It's one of those things where I know I could use the OEM top mounts on the coilovers I've ordered, like I've got, but I was just like, do you know what, if there is any aftermarket ones where we can do all of the camber adjustment and everything on them as it just sits, let's just get those, and then I don't have to have a worry. If I ever do want to change the setup for track or more focus to track, we can. Obviously, I keep saying over and over again that I'm never going to sell this car. I don't think I am. I think I'm also so heavily invested in it now, especially with all these parts, that I'd be stupid to sell it. And I don't think I'm ever going to feel this same way about an M3 other than this one. I feel I learnt my lesson with the Integra. I had 3 Integras and just never felt the same as my first one. So I really like this one. I think we should just keep it for now and roll with it and vibe with it. And if I want to upgrade it in the future to a way better car, I just have to work harder. That's always been my mindset in this. And it's just, you know, I'd rather not get rid of it and work as hard as I can and as smart as I can to try and make as much money as possible to go and buy something else. And also, obviously, I hope my YouTube channel does a bit better, and we might get some loan cars from manufacturers and stuff, which would be amazing too. But we'll see how that goes down the line. I think if I slag off any more push bikers on video, we might not even get to make any more YouTube videos because one of them will murder me for weird fucks. Sorry, I just haven't seen any of this, and this is all like quality control stuff. How often do you buy car parts where it comes with a note saying the quality control's been checked? That's so dope. So here are my discs. God, they're so heavy. Should we take this out of the packet? Oh, my raging at me, but we got to do this. Wow. Oh my word. Oh my god. Okay, so here are my new brake discs. We're going to get some up close shots for you as well, obviously, but here they are right now. Now, these won't make much sense until I get the calipers out, so let's get them out and we'll talk about them all at the same time. Okay, so when I was younger, I bought myself a set of Spoon Sport brakes for my Civic, and I thought they were way expensive at the time. I was like, wow, oh my god, I can't believe I'm spending this much on brakes. But they were the single best mod I ever did in terms of performance, because I can brake so much later than everybody else in that little car. And I was like, I'll tell you what, let's upgrade these bad boys too. So, this is the sick thing about this. They literally made this kit in mind. So they're AP Racing. Let me read out the exact name of what they are. They're AP Racing front 6-piston kit for OE wheels, which is the most important thing. And they will fit the 18 and 19-inch wheels, which is fucking so cool, man. Now, can you see here? Like, I'm gonna open this up like this. Look at all the stuff you get in the box. So these were, in terms of brakes, insanely expensive, and I felt awful paying for it. But I just feel like if you're gonna modify a car like an M3, you should upgrade. You shouldn't just replace or downgrade with a different brand. You should. The M3 is the top of the tree for BMW in terms of their 3 Series line and their sports car line. So you go, right, the M3 is the Mac Daddy. Everybody thinks the M3 is the best already in terms of car reviewers and all that. They all say it's the benchmark. So if we're gonna change it, let's not make it worse. You know, this is why I've spent so much money on these parts, and this is why the last, I don't know, 7 or 8 months of content's been quiet, because I've been waiting for all this to arrive and I've been waiting for my engine. So like, there's been 3 massive things going on that really aren't, you know, that YouTube friendly, but they're important to me. So in the box, let's go through this. You get brake pads, amazing. You get them included in the box. You get the .51 AP Racing fluid. So I don't actually know who makes this. Radical. Okay, cool. I've not heard of those before, but I'm sure they're good if AP Racing are using them. It's AP Racing's Radical fluid, the .51, and they include it. So I ain't got to even worry about, oh, what brake fluid should I use, and have an issue like I did on the track day in the Civic where we melt it. So we've also got some of the the brackets that will hold it all in place. Brand new Goodrich braided brake lines. Once again, these are all for the front, so I have only got 2, but I don't need to upgrade the rear at the moment, because what we're really doing here is addressing one of the major flaws in the M3, I think, and the brakes are so disappointing. They even include Loctite in the box and all the bolts you're going to need, which is just so dope. I don't know what spring's for, to be fair. I didn't even know there was a spring in here. There is only one though, so I'll leave that to Owen. This is why Owen's fitting it off. Now we get to the good shit. now we get to what I really want to show you, which is obviously the caliper. 6-pot calipers by AP Racing, and they're just, I have opened these. I'm not gonna lie, I couldn't. When they arrived, I had to have a look, obviously. But unlike you would probably think, I went for the black ones. Now I normally go for, they come with everything you need, obviously. I normally go for pretty wild colours, but the AP Racing logo is yellow, and that was for me enough. I was like, yo, they look dope. I don't want red, because I think the wheel colour I'm going to go for is bronze, or maybe like a gunmetal grey, or a Formula Silver. That'll probably tell you what brands I'm looking at. But it'll be something like that. They're just stunning. 6-pot calipers, man. These are ginormous. Once again, we'll have an up-close look with the other camera, probably overlaying it right now, but oh man, they're just ridiculous. Like, they're so good. They look amazing. They just look amazing. Like, and they're light. These are not heavy compared to the discs, but this is why we have those discs. I fully understand how expensive these discs are and stuff to replace, and this is why this car, the thing is, like I said, I've done 15,000 miles in this car in the last 3 years, so by upgrading to such a colossally expensive, colossally priced bit of kit, I feel like I'm protecting myself as well. I'm like, okay, I should be able to get some serious mileage out of these, maintain them all. I mean, to replace them, I've just looked online, they're £755. That's so much money. But the discs are actually made by Brembo as well, which is pretty cool. But they are, I just want to read out the exact thing that they say. So they say the Brembo Max brake discs
Response at unparalleled speeds and safety for every occasion. Brembo Max are slotted and painted that provide superior braking performance in all conditions, especially on slick surfaces, optimizing road performance and ensuring continuous renewal of friction material. Now, the main thing is, I drive this car enthusiastically. I really want to do an NT500 trip. I want to go Nürburgring. I want to go explore Europe in this car. This is the whole thing, and I was like, if I'm going to be doing this, it needs to be the safest it can be, and it has to make me look at it every time I look at it and go, wow, my car is insane. You know, I really like, I'm a car guy, you know, it's part of the whole experience of the trip. So, yeah, that is why I went for these brakes, and I think these cost altogether about £3,000. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I do think it was around that. I just think they're insane, and I'm so happy with them, and it's so cool. Like, what a thing to own, like, what thing to have. But we have the pièce de résistance now to show you. So let me clear this little area, and then we'll grab the the coilovers, man. Can you see? Okay, quick disclaimer. This brand of product is something that I'd always wanted to buy for one of my cars. When I owned a motorbike, it came with these shocks, and I was just so proud that I had Öhlins shocks. I was like, oh my god, I can't believe I got Öhlins. Like, I was just like, just so blown away. And then I was like, when I was doing the M3, I was like, right, do I get Bilstein, do I get KW? But I was like, I've just always wanted Öhlins. Like, I've always wanted a set of Öhlins. I've always wanted a brand new set of Öhlins as well. And I was like, God, hummed and hard about this for a while. These are actually cheaper than the brake kit though, but these came first. This was like the reason. I tell you when I ordered these. I ordered these the day after I got back from Evolve. I was like so excited with how the car drove and what Evolve had done to it. I was just like, fuck it. I was like, let's have it. Like, and to be fair, I messed up a bit because I did put myself in a bit of financial, not trouble, I don't want you to think I was worried, but I was getting there. I was like, I'm overspending and I'm not bringing that amount of money in at the minute, and I'd really dug into my savings for these. But now we're here and I'm in a comfortable position again because I've obviously been working my bollocks off for the last few months, like just to get back to everything. Oh man. So in this box here is all of the, like the springs, adjuster rings, all that sort of stuff. We've got springs and all that sort of malarkey. Even the springs are beautiful. Look at the, see on that? Let me get that in focus. Come on, get focus, mate. I just can't believe this is all finally happening. It's like all within the space of like 2 weeks, all of this turned up, and then Dave said your engine's done. Like, so I've just like been waiting and waiting. I didn't really want to tell any of you lot out there, you know, in case something happened or. And I know like we've been in the pandemic, but this sort of stuff that I've been putting money away for so long to be able to just do this one day. And like, I'm, you know, if you are struggling, I do feel for you, because you know we're in a real sticky part of the world in our history, really. But the way I kind of battle that is just to do what makes me happy, and I buy stuff like car parts because it legit makes me like super freaking happy. Should we open it now? This is the shocks. I can't lie, I've had a look at one, but just can't believe the day's finally come. The day has finally come, alright? I have got my own set of Öhlins coilovers. Just look at how beautiful all like the bolts and the washers and just everything is just amazing, you know? Just amazing. Itself. Wow, that is a big adjuster. The front shock. Oh, I have never seen M3 coilovers before, so these are a bit surprising because I'm used to like Matthias and Struts having like big bulky bits, but from what I see and what I understand, the M3 you slot them in and then that's the sleeve that holds it all together. And yeah, and so I went for the dual flow valve ones, also known as road and track, and that's because they have got adjustable dampening, so you can have it comfortable on the road, because Öhlins are absolutely insistent that their coilovers don't just upgrade your performance on track, they also make the ride better on the road, which means this is why I spent the money, because I really want this car to do some serious mileage with me. Like, I do not plan on selling it, so I don't care if I put 100,000 miles on it, 200,000 miles on it, whatever. I'm just going to maintain it, keep it nice, hopefully have it forever, you know? And I just thought by getting a product like this, that it's just off the top of the top shelf, you know? It's like, it's proper badass. And I didn't go for some stupid race setup coilover, you know, like with all like a £10 million race setup coilover. But what I thought was, like, if I get one that actually does a job I need it to do, and these are exactly that. And I am so stoked, man. And tomorrow's the big day, innit? So hopefully you've enjoyed this video, you know, and I really hope I'm convincing you to subscribe to my channel and spend more time with me. I love making YouTube videos. I have done this for 8, 9 years now, and my channel's not taken off. I haven't made silly amounts of money from this. I had one good year where I made a couple of grand. Like, literally, like, that's it. Like, all the work and stuff. This is a pure passion project for me, and I'm never going to give it up, even if I get a bit funny about it sometimes. But I feel like I've really found a good groove at the minute with the features and all the builds, and hopefully lots of driving next year. Like, I would rather be on a racetrack or a drift track or doing a road trip than I am fitting parts to cars. It's just, I've had so many projects on the go. We're finally in, like, reaching distance of the 3 major projects, the EG6, the Nissan Silvia S15, and my M3, all coming to fruition. I want to get a few more bits for the M3, and I'm just going to put this out there. If any of you guys work for like one of those carbon fibre companies that makes M3 carbon fibre parts, get in touch if you want to work with me on this. If you work for Volt Wheels, what? If you work for SSR, what? Like direct, and you want to, what? Find a set of wheels that would fit my car for me, that'd be dope. But I'm in no rush to spend money on wheels because I simply do not have it at the moment. I need to pay my credit card off. So that's the goal #1 before we buy anything else crazy. I just really hope that you guys are enjoying it, you know? Like, I know there's always going to be some people that don't like what you're doing. I think you could cure cancer, and some people would still moan. I'm not trying to cure cancer, I'm just trying to entertain you for 10-20 minutes every time I upload, and hopefully you'll come back next time. So if you're new here, please hit subscribe. 2021, man, I'm just praying that we don't have any more of these restrictions enforced on us and we can really start just living, you know? And that's that. So I really hope you'll subscribe. I hope you've enjoyed. From me and Finn, hey buddy, do you want to say goodbye to the people? We're gonna go, and I hope you've enjoyed this video. I will see you again next time. And fuck it, here's a little montage of the parts. See you later.